everyone. Welcome to tonight's Big Brother 24 chat.
Oh, hi. It's episode 5.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you believe it?
No.
Seems like 25.
I know, right? Well, last time, it was a crazy episode.
Big Brother got F'd.
Big Brother had to expect the unexpected.
And Paloma left. So, Big Brother said, oh my God, what are we going to do?
Yeah, I mean, they had to restructure everything. They had to abandon the backstage twist. They didn't do it anymore. They were like, you guys are safe.
The producers were just like, Paloma, please, can you think you could just make it past this, thing? And
I'm sure there was quite the discussion about her staying, but...
You think that's why she fell asleep on the diary room chair? Because
I don't know.
They were just, pleading with her the entire day?
I mean, she was in there for hours, but I hope she's doing better now. I hope she's getting some sleep and healthy.
Yes, for sure. Mm-hmm. I only wish her the best. Love and light.
All right. So, like we said, they canceled the twist, and they also canceled the eviction.
What?
So Taylor and Terrence were also safe.
So the producers must have said, you know what? We made this nice. We set it up. We have to use it.
The competition, yeah.
Yeah, we have to use it. So, let's pretend that we set this up for, this is how it was going to be all along. Mm-hmm. And we'll just make it a stage 1
of the HOH.
And then...
I mean, not a bad idea. Pretty smart to figure that all out and make it work. So...
Make it work.
Yeah. So going into this HOH competition, Daniel's got to be crapping a brick because all of his nominees are still in the house. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Elvis.
I prefer to refer to him as Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
So, Taylor's still there. Mm-hmm. Michael's still there.
Terrence is still there.
Everybody's still there except for Paloma.
Yeah.
So, his HOH was for nothing. Mm-hmm. He did squats. He did more harm than good, considering his alliances.
Yeah. All right, well, let's check in. We saw this alliance forming. It was called Mamba, then it was called the Bleep.
Do you think they said you can't call this Mamba?
Yeah, I do think so. I do not think they got clearance for that name.
All right.
And now they've rebranded to Pose Pack, as in Paloma. I can't.
I don't like it.
Throw this out. It's garbage. It's trash. Get rid of it.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Oh, it just puts such a bad taste in my mouth after what we've seen on the live feeds. But anyway, just a reminder, Pose Pack is Amira, Michael, Kyle, Monty, and Alyssa. And now that Paloma's not there anymore, they need to bring in a new number 6.
We need somebody who can actually win something. So let's ask Nicole.
They bring in
join.
Nicole.
And is she okay with that? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna...
I mean, number one, she's loyal to Daniel. But she is more than happy to at least, join this alliance and see what's going on. And then she can bring information back to Daniel.
Okay. So as we saw on the last episode, Jasmine totally rolled her ankle.
Yeah.
She was the twist.
They had quite a little quip in the recap for the episode.
So she's out on crutches now. Mm-hmm. She said it's a sprained ankle.
I think they were still going to do x-rays, though, just in case.
Brittany's still happy to be there. I'm just so pissed because I really don't think Jasmine...
should have qualified.
They probably should have just... If they didn't have time to finish the thing, they should have just said, okay, you don't qualify. You DQ'd.
I mean, it looked like her foot may have touched the ground.
Yes.
But anyway, they're saying it did not, and she is continuing on to the HOH competition.
I don't know who made the executive judgment. It probably was not Julie, because Julie's basically just a talking head there.
Yeah, well, anyway. They had some time in between that competition and the actual HOH competition.
Right.
So Alyssa is kissing some major Taylor ass just in case Taylor wins HOH.
But if Taylor doesn't win HOH, she doesn't have to kiss any more of her ass, so.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I'm just so disgusted with the way this season has shaken out so far. It's really too much.
If you guys
It's
thought
so toxic
that the house guests were trolls to Taylor last week,
just
wait for this week.
Just
My
wait.
goodness.
All right, so
Let's talk about the HOH competition.
It's called pie eating contest, and these are not pies; these are troughs.
Yeah.
These are freaking troughs of. Are they actually even like pie filling, or are they just
it seemed like it was flavored, but what was that filling?
Ass whipped cream with like.
Was that whipped cream? It looks so thick.
Maybe it was like thick ass pudding that they put like half of the milk in.
I don't know.
Blech.
I mean, it looked like
cement.
Yeah. What if like they said that it was pie and then you put your face in and you're like, ugh.
But if it was like plaster of Paris and you like.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. It was going up their noses. It was going in their ears. It was like everywhere.
This was a long ass drawn out competition too, by the way.
At least let them wear goggles, which
they
was
were wearing
nice.
goggles.
Okay. They
yeah.
at least let them wear goggles. So, as okay.
Yeah.
But, like, once you got it on the goggles, you couldn't see what was going on anymore. So,
yeah,
like,
you were only allowed to use your face.
You had to ring the buzzer in with your face once you found the letter that you had to feel with your face.
Can we back up a little bit?
Oh.
So, let's just explain, like, how this competition works.
They asked a question.
Daniel, with his accent, what did you think of his accent?
Awful.
It was a bit much.
It was a little self-indulgent.
Yeah.
And by a little, I mean a lot. I
Yeah.
was really getting tired of it by the beginning.
All right. So Daniel was asking questions about the house decor.
True or false?
The house guests had to answer true or false, but
with their faces.
They had to search through the pies with their faces and pick out the T or the F. So
how would you even know if it was a T or F?
You gotta like, feel it with your face.
You had to like lick it and
yeah.
Gross. And then you had to buzz in with, like you were some dog or something with this bone in your mouth, and you had to, like, buzz in with your face.
That's the game. All right, so just a reminder who's all competing in this competition. So we have...
Please, remind us.
Yes. Joseph, Amira, Taylor, Michael, Kyle, Monty, and Jasmine.
Oh, what? So, like, most of that alliance?
Not freaking Pose Pack. I don't like it.
I don't. Get it out of here. All right, so the pies get bigger, too, as the questions
Yeah, well,
advance.
Somebody is going to be, at least one person will be eliminated each round because...
Sometimes two.
Yeah. They're not going to... They have a limited amount of pies. So, even if everybody got the question right, like the last person or the last two people, we're going to be eliminated.
Right. So, round one... Kyle and Monty got eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Boo-hoo.
Good.
Yeah. Round two, Taylor and Joseph got eliminated.
Yeah.
That's boo-hoo for real. And then round three, it was Michael versus Jasmine versus Amira.
Okay.
That's something I could maybe get behind.
All right, well... Amira was not the last to buzz in, but she did not get it correct.
She did not lick that letter, and she thought
she had the wrong one.
Yeah.
So she was eliminated, which means the final round came down to Jasmine and Michael.
And the audacity of Jasmine asking Michael to throw it.
Well, she was telling him, look, you're safe. I really want that letter from home. She wants to hear from her husband.
Michael was like,
Michael says you're going to have to earn it. Michael wants to play too. He's a competition beast.
Don't you think he wants to hear from his fiancé?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
All right. Well.
She won.
Jasmine ended up winning HOH.
She was covered.
Yeah. Ugh, imagine having to clean up after that.
I wonder how far up her nose it went.
The sad thing is, because she still had to do her, like, HOH diary room session, she had to, like, stay like that for hours. Like, all the way through the HOH room reveal.
Ugh, disgusting.
That's rough.
All right, so Nicole tells Daniel, I'm in a secondary alliance. And that makes Daniel a little bit worried.
She lets him know all about Pose Pack. And he's kind of like, ooh, why am I not in this alliance?
Oh.
I mean, he's going to realize this week. A lot of people were talking game with him last week because he was
the HOH.
But now, not the same vibe. But he is happy to at least...
Do you think it was the accent?
Yes. He was happy to at least be hearing about this from Nicole. He knows he can trust her. So, okay, I just have to say, Jasmine, almost immediately after winning HOH, is like, I want Taylor out.
I know. I was not a fan of that.
Really?
But I have to say, at this point, I feel like Taylor is a moot point. I just feel like there's no way she can come back from the house not liking her.
I mean, there's always the chance that somebody could really, like, blow up and then she'll just fly under the radar for a little while.
I doubt it, though. I think she'll be always, like, the available pawn.
Yeah.
Or, like, the available, like, we're going to try and get you out and you're going to go if you don't, like, save yourself.
Yeah, it's not looking great for her.
But... And I have to say, I'm pretty disappointed with her game, too.
Yeah, it hasn't been stellar.
She has been talking. She had talked such a great game. That one hot moment that they did the interview. Mm-hmm. And now it's just like, girl, you're a pageant queen. Where is your social game?
But to be fair, it's hard to have a social game when no one wants to talk to you.
That's true.
Everyone is avoiding you. Like, she's had a really tough time with that.
Sometimes I feel like she has no self-awareness.
I don't know. I really think...
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but I really think that a lot of that is just because people are not accepting of her. They're not being open to talking to her.
Right.
You know, even just to hang out. It's so sad.
Yeah. But again, once the damage has been done... It's very difficult to undo that damage.
All right. Well, there could be some hope this week for Taylor because Pooch is way too cocky. Pooch is like, we got to get Taylor out of here this week. And he's come up with this, like, master plan. He wants to go up as a pawn against Brittany.
I hate cocky.
Yeah. And then he's going to win that veto. And Taylor's going to go up and out.
Okay.
So, Pooch is going all around the house saying this to everybody, like, I got this great plan, like, I'm going to go up on the block, blah, 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 and everyone's like, okay.
Well, you know who that is exciting to? Alyssa, Amira, and Michael.
Yes.
They are thinking, wow, maybe we should get rid of Pooch.
Well, they had already been planning on targeting him.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about targeting Pooch and Turner. So, I mean, this is being presented to them.
This is like...
on a silver platter.
The most wonderful, beautiful dream up in heaven.
Yeah, so, I mean, if they have this opportunity, they're going to go for it.
Do it.
All right.
Do it. Do it. All right, here's some Pooch disgustingness. Pooch walking around with a freaking silicone spatula.
No more using that spatula for food.
Slapping his ass, asking Indy to, like, do sexy sex things. Like, because everybody knows that she wants to be a sex coach. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean she wants to be a hooker. She wants to tell people what to do. She doesn't want to have to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was just so weird. It was just too weird. It was just
I mean, she seemed okay with it. I don't know. I didn't see that scene on the feed, so I can't, like, give you the full context of the situation.
The way they cut that, though, it was just weird and awkward and kind of ew.
I will say, at the very least, though, props to the show for promoting, like, sex positivity.
Exactly.
And, you know, that kind of thing, so.
Exactly. All right. I'll agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's good for this show. I feel like, you know, we don't usually see stuff like that on this show.
You know why they probably had to put that in? Because there are zero...
That is what's standing in for a showmance
right now. There are zero showmances going on right now. Give this show a goddamn Viagra! All right.
Anyway.
Pooch tells Jasmine, put me up as a pawn. He said it like officially.
Jasmine was so gung-ho on targeting Taylor, but now that Pooch is, like, begging to go up on the block, she's realizing...
She's a little sus.
I should probably, like, take him out. I mean, also, it doesn't hurt that Alyssa, Amira, and Michael are pushing with her. we got to take Pooch out if he's going to go up on the block. So...
Well, Pooch thinks it's risky, but he wants to use this to build his resume.
Dude, it's week 2.
Dude, you're not going to survive the crash. Don't
You
do
have
it.
time to build a resume. You do not need to be doing this right now, but if you want to, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, Jasmine's like, cool, thank you. I really appreciate you volunteering to go up. That's awesome. But I'm not going to do your whole plan. She's not putting Brittany up on the block next to Pooch. She is planning on putting...
Even though...
What?
Brittany did not own up to Jasmine about the kerfuffle last week.
Are you going to explain that? Did they ever show... Yeah, they showed that on the show. How Brittany was trying to sell out Amira to Pooch to try and get his favor just in case he had to make a decision. And then Pooch went to Amira, and Amira was asking Brittany, like, did you sell me out? And she denied it. She is still denying it. But anyway, I think they're saying that they don't want to put up Brittany this week because she had a really hard time last week and she was really emotional. But is it also just because they don't want to deal with that? I think that's a huge part of it.
Yes.
But yeah, so Jasmine is trying to figure out who am I going to put up next to Pooch. And she's like, you know what? I'll just put Taylor up.
I think Taylor was her target even before she won HOH. So
yeah, well, the thinking here
not
is...
a surprise.
Okay, if Pooch does come down with the POV, at least I can still get Taylor out of here. So that's what she's doing. And she lets Taylor know, you're going to be going up on the block, but you're a pawn. I have another target. So she told Pooch and Taylor both that they're pawns.
Hey, you're both pawns, except she did not say that in the speech when they got nominated.
No.
So, it's time for the nominations, and guess what? They dug out that stinky Christmas scooter with the squeaky wheel.
Yeah.
It didn't really squeak, right?
No,
they
that's
just
a sound
added
effect,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for fun.
So, she comes busting in there on her Christmas scooter, and she dropped the
nominations block. Ah! Can you imagine if it was the olden days of the key wheel? And she's trying to, like, balance that thing, drops it on the floor.
What would she have done if the keys had fallen out?
They'd probably just redo it.
Oh, we saw who you nominated.
I mean, it was pretty well known who she was going to be putting up anyway. It wasn't like it was some big surprise, so.
You do not look at the keys once they've been placed in the box.
I'm glad that Big Brother got to let us get to see that, though.
I wonder what they didn't let us see.
I don't know.
All right, so as predicted, Taylor and Pooch are the nominees. Mm-hmm. Taylor, the reason was you slept next to me, whatever. You didn't talk game with me the whole time.
No, come on. That's not accurate, but okay. And then Pooch, you were the backstage boss last week, and you got to be safe, so now I'm putting you up, but you at least have the chance to fight for the POV.
And hopefully you'll stay. So that was not like a pawn situation to me.
Yeah, I don't know. But
was that just to calm down his little his Vecna tentacles?
Maybe. But we've got a very low battery right now. We got to get out of here.
Go.
Sorry for the abrupt ending, but thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, much love.